Hey, welcome to Kim Reads Urantia. Good to be with you here today. So, we're going to read from the Urantia book. First, we're going to read a little bit from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. And today is October the 6th. This little passage is from John. I hate pronouncing I don't know if I'm pronouncing this good, you guys. John Idis, French. John Ids, Ids, Ids. Okay, this person is a French Roman Catholic priest and the founder of the Order of Our Lady of Charity. Okay, and the Congregation of Jesus and Mary. Okay. He lived from 1601 to 1680 in France. And was influential Franciscan. He was a preacher. I guess he was a fan of Mary, Mother of God, which is cool. That's all right. Okay, see what he says here. Oh, goodness. Oh, love. Oh, extravagance of tenderness. O God of passion and compassion, how can the hearts of human beings be so frigid and frozen toward you? You who are ablaze with love for them. May all my joy and delight be in thinking of you, in serving and loving you. Oh, my all, may all I am be totally yours, and may you alone possess everything that belongs to me, that is part of me and within me. So I belong to God. I love this phrase, extravagance of tenderness. That tenderness can be an extravagance. We usually think of tenderness as, oh, it's nothing. It's a casual investment in a human being to just afford a little tenderness. But God has an extravagance of tenderness for us. And how can human beings be so frigid? I feel all the time that, the people who are most passionate about God don't really serve God. They have this illusion that God serves them, that they use God as a tool or as a weapon. I see that. I see them. And that's probably what makes me the most just angry, that they're passing as people are passing off as disciples of God, but they're using God to promote their own agendas, their own power, their own they're using God like a yeah. So okay, I can't judge. I think they don't even know they're doing that. That's just about what they've been taught to do. I hope I don't come across in that way. Of course, some people would look at me, yeah, and say I'm doing the same thing. But I'm just talking with you. I don't know if anybody's watching this or not, but I'm just talking about how I feel about God. I don't care if anybody, I'm not trying to bring a following or bring a, but this is so tempting here because we get into this position of spiritual leadership, and it's the chosen one fantasy that God's chosen you to bring the light to the world, and to and gosh, if I can manage to live in that light and not let my mind go dark sometimes, it does, let me tell you. I'm not immune to, but then they come and rescue me out of that darkness. The angels come and they show me things, and it's yeah, but no, that's one of the most dangerous things, when people get into this fantasy of self-importance, this delusion of ego, that yeah. And whenever we try to do important things, because this work of God is important. God said, the Urantia book said, you can do important work as long as you don't become self-important. Because in the end, it's not about you. It's not about your name. It's about the work. It's what you bring to the world. So I'm always trying to be mindful of that and humble. We're trying to do something important in a Urantia committee right now. It's about racism in the Urantia book. And I have to do important work like this, you have to let go of your own delusions of self-importance. So okay, all right. So let's enough of there. Some things I've been thinking about lately, and thank you for letting me share that with you. This is paper 21. We're just going to read the introduction today. This is about the Paradise Creator sons, the Michael sons. And of course, our own beloved Christ Michael here is in this group. So we're learning more about his nature and the nature of the beings in his class. Okay. The Creator sons are the makers and rulers of the local universes of time and space. These universe creators and sovereigns are of dual origin, embodying the characteristics of God the Father and God the Son. But each creator son is different from every other. Each is unique in nature as well as in personality. Each is the only begotten son of the perfect deity ideal of his origin. Okay, the only begotten son. Now that speaks, but here that we always thought that, oh, Jesus is the only one, the only son of God. But then we learn, okay, how that doesn't make any sense, because there's all these different Jesuses. Every universe has a Jesus, right? So I'm like, yeah, but there's something very individualized, unique about each one. Each is the only begotten son of a certain, of the deity ideal. Yeah, there's something individual about each of them. And we're all children of God. Yeah. But this only begotten, I see a lot of people getting hung up on that. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going here. I guess the only one that's best fitted to create and rule our universe, I guess. Okay, I'm going to keep going. In the vast work of organizing, evolving, and perfecting a local universe, these high sons always enjoy the sustaining approval of the Universal Father. The relationship of the Creator sons with their Paradise Father is touching and superlative. No doubt the profound affection of the deity parents for their divine progeny is the wellspring of that beautiful and well-nigh divine love which even mortal parents bear their children. Right. So the Paradise Father loves his Creator sons just like we love our children. And we're more like his grandchildren. Yeah, we're more like grandchildren. And the Native Americans call him grandfather. Grandfather. These primary Paradise sons are personalized as Michaels. As they go forth from paradise to found their universes, they are known as Creator Michaels. When settled in supreme authority, they are called Master Michaels. So Jesus has passed through that stage, and he is master. He is a master of our universe. Sometimes we refer to the sovereign of your universe of Nebadon as Christ Michael. Always and forever do they reign after the order of Michael, that being the designation of the first son of their order and nature. Yeah. The original or firstborn Michael has never experienced incarnation as a material being, but 7 times he passed through the experience of spiritual creature ascent on the 7 circuits of Havona. Ah, okay. Right, because that was before there was any universe made. There was none made because he didn't make it yet. There was none made because he didn't make it. Okay, because that was the first guy. Okay. Right. The original firstborn Michael has never experienced incarnation as a material being, but 7 times he passed through the experience of spiritual creature ascent on the 7 circuits of Havona, advancing from the outer spheres to the innermost circuit of the central creation. The order of Michael knows the grand universe from one end to the other. There is no essential experience of any of the children of time and space in which the Michaels have not personally participated. They are, in fact, partakers not only of the divine nature, but also of your nature, meaning all natures, from the highest to the lowest. The original Michael is the presiding head of the primary Paradise sons when they assemble for conference at the center of all things. Not long since on Uversa, we recorded a universal broadcast of a conclave extraordinary on the eternal isle of 150,000 creator sons assembled in the parental presence and engaged in deliberations having to do with the progress of the unification and stabilization of the universe of universes. Okay. So who wrote this? This was a selected group of Sovereign Michael's sevenfold bestowal sons. Okay, a couple things are interesting here to me. Okay. So the original Michael passed through the seven circuits of Havona, advancing from the outer spheres to the innermost circuit of Havona. Okay, so that's interesting because that would be like an ascension going out from outward inward. Normally, the Michael sons start go down away from. So their last ascension is the bestowal. So this is kind of a reversal of that, of the direction of those bestowals. But I can't imagine, like, all of Havona is perfect anyway. So it's not about getting further and further away from perfection. It's different kinds of perfection, kinda, sorta. Anyway, okay, that's kind of interesting. I'm wondering here, if was there any, the super universes had to have been in, they were being cooked up at that time. I don't know, because the master spirits are the head of the super universes and the ancients of days. Okay. So, and this is interesting here, that these guys are assembled. So the original Michael is the head of the Paradise Sons. And we're seeing that this person who wrote this paper here, who is a perfecter of wisdom from Uversa, was observing all these creator sons together, and they were engaged in having to do with the stabilization of Havona, the unification, stabilization of the universe of universes. Like, how can Havona have a problem with being unified and stable? That's interesting too. I guess there's fluctuations, there's things, there's people talking, there's people doing stuff, there's ideas, there's probably people disagreeing, but there's no fighting, there's no anger, there's different, probably, that, well, there is variety. It says there's variety there, so there's preferences, there's got to be some, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. So right, very interesting. Okay, so I don't know, but anyway, that's about all I've got today. Sorry. Yeah. So these Michaels, we're talking about Havona, but you don't think of them normally as having a whole lot to do with Havona, because they're all in the local universe here, local universes. But they go all over. They were talking about a conclave on Paradise, on the Eternal Isle, of 150,000 creator sons. With the progress and unification and stabilization of the universe of universes. Okay, I'm good. All right. I'm sure heaven is fine. I'm sure everything's just fine there. They just have very, very high standards. Yeah. Anyway, okay, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you for being with me today, this morning. And I'll see you next time. Bye.